going, everybody? Welcome to JRsCorner. I am JR. I am currently behind the wheel of a 2020 Ford F250 Power Stroke diesel. Rented this truck today so that I can actually get my travel trailer up to Utah. And I am about 30 minutes or so outside of Page, Arizona, so we're about halfway there almost. And I have to say, I am tired. It has been a long week, busy week. I've done a lot of driving, thousands of miles of driving, and I would love to have it over with. Unfortunately, I do have to turn around. Once I get the trailer up there, I do have to turn around and take this truck back down to Phoenix. So, you know what they say, there's no rest for the weary. So, gonna do a little bit of talking about this truck and show it off a little bit, I think. First and foremost, we're gonna start with an issue that I've had with this truck. I had this truck within the first like 10 minutes of having it. And that issue is my trailer, my travel trailer. I had taken it to the dealer yesterday because I have a lifetime warranty on the trailer as long as I do my annual inspections. And so I took it up there to get the annual inspection done. And picked it up this morning. When I went to pick it up with this truck, so I used my dually, my Towpig to get it up there, but my Towpig does not do long distance with the trailer very well. It doesn't like climbing grades with the trailer, and it is an old gasser, so, you know, it is what it is. So anyways, I got this truck hooked up. I went to get it hooked up, and my my jack for the trailer is powered through the brake controller wire, meaning that I have to have a brake controller in the vehicle I am using to tow the trailer because that's what powers the jack. And when I first plugged in my connector, I did not have power to the jack. It doesn't work. And I've actually rented one of these trucks in the past that actually had a fuse blown for the brake controller. So mechanic brain in my head kicked on and said, check your fuses. So I did. In 110 degree weather temperature. Granted, it's nice and sunny, but it is hot. Anything more than a few minutes and you're sweating pretty good. But that's Phoenix in August, so, you know, it is what it is. So anyways, checked the fuses as best I could without burning myself too much. And everything looked okay. And I was getting frustrated. I was trying to figure out, okay, well, maybe I should take the truck back and get a different one. And my brother was in, or not my brother, my brother-in-law was in the truck messing with the controls in the dash. I noticed that there was some trailer settings. So he went into the trailer settings and he's messing with those. And you can actually set the brake controller in those settings, like how strong you want it to be. And, you know, so he tinkered with that, and whatever he did actually made it so that the brake controller worked, or the jack started working all of a sudden. So I got it all hooked up and got on the road and whatever, and then ended up, you know, noticing that if you disconnect the trailer, it automatically resets that, and you have to go through the dash in order to get it all set up again, which I find kind of annoying, but I understand why it's there. And you know, they're using the computer to assist with the braking of the trailer. And it looks like they got a lot of cool functions for trailer braking. But I don't know, it was just kind of weird. I wasn't expecting it, but I was glad we were able to get it to work. And so now we just are driving through the Navajo Indian Reservation, which looks kind of like that most of the way through. So it's gonna be a long day. Probably got another 6 hours or so of driving, especially with the trailer. It just makes it a little longer, but and it's already 2:40. It's gonna be 3:40 here in another 30 minutes because you lose an hour once you cross into Utah from Arizona. But let's roll, right? Alright, so we stopped in Kanab, which is in Utah. Diesel. Took 20 gallons, 20.9 gallons at $52.25. And Towpig, 17 gallons, 17.5. We filled up at the last spot in Flagstaff at the same time. And so a little bit of a difference. Similar difference of what, 3 gallons, and diesel's pulling that big trailer. So
about 10,000 pounds.
And about 10,000 pounds, yes. So similar consumption. However, the diesel is obviously being more efficient because it's pulling a trailer and still doing comparable. Anyways, that's just a fun little fact. For, you know, obviously the diesel's going to do better pulling. But it's kind of crazy that the diesel almost does as good pulling a 10,000 pound trailer as Towpig does just by itself. Anyways, off we go. What's going on, everybody? A couple days later, a little bit lighter on the hair. Got my ears lowered, as my grandpa used to say. So, rolling in this truck, getting it back down to Arizona. Got to return it back to the rental place over the weekend. So, gonna take it back down, back down there today so that I can have tomorrow to kind of chill out. I've been doing a lot of driving and I need to have some downtime before I have to get crazy with work and everything else again. So I did get the trailer up to where it's going to be for the next little while. Ended up getting there pretty late. It was like 10 o'clock at night by the time we actually pulled in. Almost rolled it pulling in because there's a big hill right there, and so the one side of the trailer was up on the hill. But whatever, neither here nor there. It's all good. Trailer's all set, all leveled, so now my family has a place to chill up here. I don't have to be quite as worried, even though there's, you know, still a lot going on with all of that has me concerned. Anyway, so let's get back to talking about this big old freaking diesel truck. It's a big truck. A couple of things. So pulling the trailer, I've decided, because I'm going to be in the market for a diesel here pretty soon. I want to turn my Towpig into more of a fun truck, if you will. You know, give her a little bit of personality, lower it a little bit. I got some pretty good ideas what I want to do with that truck as far as looks go. So it's just a matter of being able to get it all done and pull that off. But don't want to spill the beans on that too much, because I want to be able to show it off once I do start doing stuff to her. But she's up in Utah for a little bit with the trailer. That way, if I need to move the trailer around, or have somebody move the trailer around, she's there and can do that. But then when I get it back, you know, I'm hoping at that point I don't have to really use her for work anymore. I'm hoping by that point I am able to go get a diesel to do the heavy lifting when it comes to pulling my trailer around, my big trailer. And I'd like to eventually get another enclosed trailer. I used to have a big 22-foot enclosed car trailer that, because I currently live in an HOA, I got rid of, because I wasn't going to be using it, and didn't want the HOA to be fining me for having it parked in the driveway, and so whatever. So I would definitely like to get back into that a little bit once I get a truck that is a little bit more capable as far as towing. So enough with me rambling on that. All right, everybody, made it back to Phoenix. I'm right in front of the rental place. Figured I'd show you a little bit of the truck, because I'm sure that's what you want to see. So we're going to start with the interior. The interior of the 2020 Ford F250. Got a built-in trailer brake, 4-wheel drive. Air conditioning was really nice. Audio and the touchscreen seems pretty basic, but all in all, it's alright. We've got cruise control and a phone, and then your normal gauges. Alright, so where you really want to see on this, I know that, is the engine. So let's go up to the moneymaker right here. There she is. She's kind of noisy, so we'll shut that down. Shut that down. All right, so let's rattle off some specs for you, because I'm sure you're curious. So this is the 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel. It is 475 horsepower, 1,050 pound-feet of torque. And that's just if you get the spinny boys turning just right. If you add a chip or anything like that, you'll have all the torques and all the horsepower you could ever want. Anyways, let's go turn this guy in. (2020) Ford F250 6.7 liter Power Stroke turbo diesel, 475 horsepower, 1,050 pound-feet of torque. Got them Twirly Bird turbos, helping you get all that. It's covered in dirt, covered in a few scars, but that just means it's a sign of work. And we all know what happens when that on a Ford. It means it's gonna break. Huh. Anyways, it's a good truck. Did what I needed it to do, and worked good for me. So until next time, deuces.